Hello, everybody, and welcome back to What If Deku became bendy. Where we left off was the day when it, when the start at the anime. When so let's get to it. Basically, everything goes in canon, but Bakugo's personality kind of ego has been going down because Midoriya was trying to fix it to make it act like his childhood friend he remembers. He's close, but not that. He still has a very big ego. So when the teacher throws up the papers and said that they all want to be heroes, Paco said that me and Izuku here are the only ones who are gonna be able to go to UA, and that they're the real deal, and that all the others are gonna be lucky if they're gonna be a low-ranked D-lister's sidekick. As everyone outrages at him, and he said that he can take them all on, Izuku just said, "Bakugo, I told you to be nicer." As and Bakugo tell him to shut it. But then Midoriya scared him a little by turn his eyes turning all black as ink runs down his cheeks, and the room feels like it's being covered by ink and getting darker and darker. And Bakugo was starting and saying, "Okay, I'm sorry. Then Izuku stopped, saying, "Good, now sit down." As he does, Bakugo is kind of afraid of Midoriya now because of what he can do. Then the day of, and when school ends, Bakugo invited Deku to hang out. He said, "Right now I'm trying to train on more of my abilities, my quirk. Alright, I'm still trying to find out what I can do, because I still feel like I have more than just creating some body parts and some weapons and armor. So I think I still need some work to do." Alright. See you later then, Izuku. As Bakugo left and he goes the same way as in canon, the Sludge villain tried to attack him. But Izuku also found out that he can become ink itself. He can turn his whole body into ink itself. When it tried to lunge at him, he turned into ink, and covered the Sludge start covering the Sludge villain instead. It's scared out of its mind because all it sees is an eye and a very, very scary mouth, saying, "If you ever try that again, I'll rip your eyes out and crush them." he was scared of his mind, saying, okay, I'll stop. Then Izuku let go of him and gone back to his physical form. And he said, good. As he takes out a bottle from his bag and opened it and spilled out the water, he said, get in. As the Sludge villain, just get in with no questions asked. And he just put the lid back on and said, see, don't do that ever again. Then All Might came, and All Might, and Izuku is still a very big hero fan, but he doesn't show it as much because of bendy personality. And as All Might say, I am here. And he noticed that the Sludge venom was in the bottle. And he asked, did you do this? Yeah. You know, you're not supposed to use your quirk. It was self-defense. What was I supposed to do? He said, true. But good work. Here, as Izuku passed the bottle to All Might and asked if he can have an autograph before he goes. He said sure, and right before he goes, he also asked, by the way, can I be a hero with this power? And All Might asked, wait, why did you say power and not quirk? Forget I said that, but can I actually be a hero? Seeing how you caught this villain, and you might have and that's a very hard task. Yes, I think you can become a hero with your quirk. So, see ya. As Izuku smiles, saying, that's all I wanted to hear. That's all I wanted to hear. To hear his idol tell him that he can become a hero even without a quirk, even though he didn't say that in the way he wanted it to, but he's still happy. As he trains, he learns more on how he can become ink itself and can basically dash and use it as like a sort of transportation, turning into a puddle of ink and start floating and moving like a snake, or a flow of a river of ink flowing like pipes. Then, as he learned that he can actually grow. He had wings. One day he was about to fall, but his wings pop out, and he said, okay, now I have wings. Cool. When that happened, the day of the entrance exam. He stood there staring at it, saying, "This is gonna be it. The day I'll become a hero." Then Bakugo walks by and saying, "Hey dude, why aren't you just going in?" "Oh, hey Bakugo. Sorry, just thinking. This is it. The day we become heroes in training. Yeah, let's get going." As they start walking, Izuku kinda almost tripped, and when he was about to summon out his rings, someone caught him by his collar. It was Momo. And when he saw her, he just starts blushing, like, and in his mind, a bit of his demon side was start poking his little head out, saying, "My God, she blossomed. Man, Momo blossomed." And he immediately starts pushing back those thoughts, saying, "No, no, no, I'm a hero, not a demon, not a demon." But he couldn't help but blush at her. As she said, "You alright? You almost fall there." Yeah, thanks to you. Thank you." And she asked, "Have we met somewhere? You look familiar." He starts saying, uh, um, but Bakugo said, "No time for that. We're about to be late." When they heard that, they immediately gone to the entrance exam. Momo is gonna prove to her parents that she can handle herself, and she's gonna try and do things on her own this time because she sees that as honorable. Then, and in this, Izuku, since he has two types of two entities basically in his head, him and Bendy, because they're not really completely in sync yet. He saw the memories of him being created, and some of the workers back then were actually teenagers and still had some homework to do. So he had a little peek of them and learned how to do math and other stuff. So he's quite knowledgeable, and basically Izuku kind of has like 230 years of intelligence. I think that's how it goes. I don't know. I don't remember how long it's been. I know how long it's been till this time, but not for Izuku's timeline. But still, he got a very high score in the practical exam. Then we come to the part where President Mike is explaining the physical exam. As Ida was about to come and accidentally distracts everybody, Izuku immediately raised his hand right before Ida did. And President Mike said, "Yes, sir," with the black tux. "Yo, my name is Izuku Midori, and I noticed that there's about the fourth robot, and I was wondering what's that supposed to do? What its importance is?" President Mike said, "Good question, my friend, and thank you for raising your hand. Basically, the fourth robot is called the Zero Pointer, and it's more of an obstacle than a pointer. To help you. So I ask you to just stay out of the way and run." "Okay, thank you, Mr. Mike." As Izuku sits back down. When Momo heard him say Izuku Midoriya, she immediately think he's Izuku Midoriya. She noticed that he's grown a lot and looks a little bit more handsome. And she blushed at her thoughts, saying, "No, no, 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 no. Get that out of your head. Get that out of your head." Then, as they start the physical exam, and Momo is in the same place as Izuku, so he was about to talk to Momo, but Ida stopped him, saying, "Are you trying to sabotage her?" When Izuku heard him accusing him, telling him, thinking that he's gonna sabotage her, he got pissed, saying, "I won't sabotage one of my best friends, so let go of me." As he slowly turned his eyes black as night and ink starts running down his cheeks and dripping on the floor. Ida was getting scared of this, thinking he might be a villain. But then, when the doors opened, Izuku was warning, saying, "If you guys don't catch up, you might lose your chance on getting points." And Mike said, "Listen to that kid's advice and start moving." As they all did, and Ida was kind of pissed that he ran off, thinking that he's a delinquent. Midori was racking up points because he's using the ink that is basically coming out of his body and making giant arms. And these arms are basically Beast Bendy's arms. And been beating them into a pulp, hurting them. He killed like 10 3-pointers. 15 2-pointers and 11 and 21 pointers. Basically racking a lot of points. Then the 0-pointer came. When he saw that, he was about to run, but he heard Momo's voice calling out for help. When he heard that, everything just slows down, like time has stopped, and he was the only thing moving. And when the 0-pointer was about to stomp on her, Izuku came, and his hair was very low, and it was dripping ink, and you can't even see his eyes. And he had a smile that gives you nightmares. Will give you nightmares till the end of your days. And as Izuku says, in a demonic tone, saying, "Don't you dare hurt her." Then he just lifts up the 0-pointer's leg and got it on its back. Then Izuku immediately ran up to its head and used all the Inki his body can produce, and made a giant beast bendy arm and smashed it right into the 0-pointer's head, crushing it, and it exploded. Then Izuku calmed down, saying, "What was that? I didn't do that before. Didn't know I can do that at all. It felt like I was moving. Time has stopped." When that happened, he noticed Momo and came running. "Are you alright?" She was brushing and saying, "Yes, just my ankle is kind of hurt." As he used his Beast Benny's arm and threw the rubble off of her and started carrying her to Recovery Girl. And as Recovery Girl used her quirk on her, and Izuku was about to walk home, Momo said, "Izuku, is that really your name?" When Izuku looked back at Momo, he said, "It's been a while, Momo. How's it going?" Dancing Devil. Been a while. Thought as Momo ran up to him and hugged him, saying, "It's been so long, little Dancing Devil." As Izuku blushed at Momo's when Momo hugged him, because her chest was kind of up against him, because his demon side was picking its head more and more. He calmed himself down and said, "Yeah, a really long time. Well, I gotta go, though. Bye. See you in UA if you got in." As of as a week passed by, he got his Ingo ran into his room saying that then Yuei's translator came, and Izuku immediately used his ink arm and grabbed it, saying thanks, Mom. And when she was about to leave, Izuku said, Mom, what are you doing? Come here. As she did, happy that her son was gonna let her know on how he did. Basically, when the hologram popped out, when he opened it and found the disc, he threw it onto his desk, and it just starts. And they saw All Might saying that nice job, young Izuku Midoriya. You got first place in the exits exam, and actually, you broke my record of 250, and you being 350. So nice job. And because you broke the record, you get a scholarship. That's why there's a bracelet on your wrist. And Izuku said, nice! He immediately puts it on to see if it fits. And it did. Then All Might told him, say, you did well. You ranked up a lot by both hero points and villain points. You got 350 villain points and 60 hero points. Meaning your total score is up to 420. Sorry, I don't have a calculator, so don't judge me. So, and I'd like to personally welcome you to your Hero Academia. As Izuku and her mom starts crying, her crying normal tears, and Izuku is still crying his ink. And he kind of makes cups of ink, so they have inks for days, and sells it, making good amount of money. So they're pretty much good on ink. So they're pretty much good on money. As they jumped around in joy, saying, I finally gonna be a hero. I bet the creators of bendy can't wait to see their little devil darling, to see him become a hero in Izuku's head. Then the day on where Izuku, on the day where the first day of UA, when he gets the uniform and puts it on, it already starts turning black, and he says, damn it, I should have told. I had to tell Nezu about this. That he kind of takes colors out of everything he wears. So he went before he got, and he was very early enough to be the second one in school, other than Nezu. He went to Nezu's office and knocked on his door, as Nezu told him to come in. Izuku came in and Nezu said, "Are you one of the new students?" "Yes, and I wanted to explain what happens to clothes I wear." "Wait, why?" "Basically, I take the basically turn everything black when I wear it." As Nezu hears this, he thinks, "Oh, then that's gonna be a problem." He asked, "What's your quirk then?" Uh, dancing devil. The dancing devil? Dancing devil? That's a new one I never heard of. What does it do? Basically, I can control ink and it makes me look like a demon. That's why I have horns in the tail. He is quite surprised, and thinks it's a strong quirk. It might be a strong quirk. And he asks, "So, is there gonna be a problem with my uniform? Because I can't wear color at all." As you said, "I guess it can't be helped. Just you wear the uniform you're wearing now, and make it wear the uniform you are wearing now, just as black and white. And I'll tell all the teachers why the uniform looks like that." And Izuku told him, "Alright." When then he went to 1A. Aizawa just came into school and unlocked the 1A door. And Izuku was right behind him, and he kind of startled Aizawa. "Ah, don't scare me like that, kid. Why are you even here? Aren't you early?" "Yeah, I just had to tell Nezu what happens to clothes with color when they interact with me." As Aizawa immediately sees the uniform, but it's black and white, and he thinks, "Oh, so he can't wear anything with color. It just turns black and white." And Aizawa said, "It's okay. I'm gonna take a nap. Wake me when everyone's here, and make sure all of them are quiet until everybody's here." As Izuku said, "Okay." Then he immediately takes a seat. He decided to make a seat in the back left corner. Basically, he just likes being in the darkness, in the black. And they waited for a few minutes, and Then the Momo and Todoroki and Momo came, and Izuku saw Todoroki and said, for some reason, he reminds me of Boris. And when he saw Momo, when Momo and Izuku saw each other, they immediately blushed because they can't help it. Because they both have a crush on each other now. And they both start talking, then Ida came in and went to Izuku's desk and told him his sorry for thinking that you were about to sabotage this girl, as he points to Momo. And Momo thought Izuku was about to sabotage me. Me? As Izuku said, it's no problem. You're just trying to be You're just trying to make sure I don't ruin anybody's chances. Just think before you... But on one condition. As Ida said, what's the condition? Think before you act, because that will get yourself killed. As he turns one of his eyes black and turn it back. Ida thought about this, and he's right, and Izuku's right. If he thinks about something, he might get himself in trouble, either hurting him or his classmates. So he said, okay then, it's a deal. Like dealing, as they both shake hands. Then everyone else came in, as Bakugo did the same as in canon by putting his feet up. When Ida saw this, he was about to kind of tell Bakugo to put his feet down, but Izuku was the first one to speak up. Yo, Bakugo! As Bakugo heard this and said, oh, Izuku, didn't see you there. I guess the black and white will make you a hard target to see in the night. Yeah, I guess so. But, can I ask you to please put your feet down, or what? Then you will see a nightmare. Bakugo forgot about what he meant, and he forgot about that face, and once he remembered it, he immediately put his feet down, saying, yes sir! Scared for his life. As he did that, Ida was confused on why would he... What happened between these two? Then everyone came in, and Aizawa and Izuku walked up to the front, told them all to be quiet and sit down, and everybody kind of ignored him. But Bakugo, then they just felt a chill run down their spines coming from the corner. And they saw Izuku with black eyes, with a smile going from ear to ear, with ink running down his eyes, and everyone just sat down and stayed quiet. That's what I thought. And he came. Then he got up and walked to to Mr. Aizawa and told him to, "Hey, Mr. Aizawa, wake up! It's time for class." Aizawa said, "5 more minutes." Then Deku's hair just drooped down like it was soaked, and you can barely see his eyes through the ink, and his smile grew. He smiles, saying, with a demonic tone, saying, "It's time to wake up. It's time for class." As Aizawa immediately got up, saying, "Yes, sir," scared for his life. Then Izuku just turned to a puddle of ink and gone to his seat and became solid again. As everyone was scared of Izuku now, but Momo still liked him, just having a little fear of him, but still kind of liked him. As Aizawa told everyone to get dressed and go to the training grounds for a quirk assessment test. And everyone was about to question, but Izuku said it's his classroom. He can do whatever he wants. Meaning, and plus, this isn't a normal school for us. It's just some celebrations like sorry, I forgot what the thing is where they welcome every student. So those types of things aren't really important. That doesn't make a true hero. And they thought about it, and he's right. So he got up and grabbed the gym uniform and went to the boys' locker room. Everybody followed him a few seconds later. And Izuku was already in his boxers. And everybody saw his body and saw how toned it is. Kirishima asked, "What type of training do you do?" "A lot of things, both with quirk and physical strength." As Ida asked, "What is your quirk anyway?" "That will be a secret right now. Besides, I can't show my full hand, right?" They all think about it, and he's right. He shouldn't show people. They shouldn't show their full hand until it was actually necessary. But Izuku did say, "But my quirk make me look like a demon and have basically a strength of a demon. That's all you're gonna get for now. Okay? They all nodded, and then he saw Minetta looking through the posts through the same hole to the girls' locker room. And when he saw this, he kind of got enraged because his honor is still there, just a little bit of lust for Momo. And since he has a crush on Momo, he doesn't like Minetta liking her. And he went up to him and said, "Hey, are you having fun?" As Minetta said, "Yeah, who wouldn't?" I mean, seeing the girls. As he was, then the room turned dark with ink dripping down the ceiling and it coming in through the hole, scaring some of the girls, and thought that one of the boys was trying to peek through it. Then Minetta was very, very, very scared, seeing his eyes turn black and his as ink dripped down his eyes, saying, and he grabbed him by the head with a ink beast bendy's arm, saying, "Do you want me to pop your skull like a grapefruit?" As when I heard this, he said, "No, no, I'm good." Then stop looking at the girls, or I will pop your skull. He kind of peed his pants. Minetta kind of peed his pants, saying, "Okay, I won't." Then Izuku just dropped him, saying, "Good. Now get dressed. And go." Then though everything became normal, everybody's kind of scared, but they know not to anger him, or they'll see that scary face again and again. But Bakugo is more scared because he has to deal with that all the time. When the day of the... When he was still in his boxers, so he started changing into his gym uniform, and they all saw it turning black. Ida said, "What's happening to your gym clothes?" All my any clothes with color, kinda, when they interact with me, I can't wear them with color. They just turn black and white. As they learned about this and thought, so you can't have any fashion style? Not really. I don't really have fashion with colors, but I still look good. They thought about it, and yeah, he does. When they got out, I saw it throw the ball to Izuku, saying that you were first in the entrance exam, so you'll throw the ball first. And no one complained, so when he walked up to it and think, okay, focus on your arm. Let all the ink drip down. As it does so, his arm starts turning into Beast Bendy's arm with holes in them. People were scared that his own quirk destroyed his hand multiple times, but it didn't. As he throwed the ball as hard as he can with his Beast Bendy's arm. And he got 9,000 meters? Yeah. Everyone was surprised, but Bakugo, he knows that how strong he is. Everyone thought that he wouldn't be that strong, but they were wrong. He basically got first in everything except the ball throw because he can beat Infinity. And Aizawa did tell them that if one of them gets last, they'll be expelled. And Izuku did tell Aizawa what Mineta did. Because some of his demon side, since they're basically chaotically good because they torture bad souls, he gets expelled. So, no Mineta. Sorry if people who actually like Mineta, but no Mineta. Everyone was scared that Aizawa was a little too ruthless for their liking, but they'll try to get used to it. Then they all get a break. Momo asked if they can walk together, home together. He said sure, with Araka and Ida and Bakugo catching up to them, saying, wait for, as Bakugo saying, yo, Izuku, wait for us. As he waited, and said, and saw Momo, and he kind of frowned at that. And Bakugo said to her, sorry for what happened all those years ago. Momo said, what do you mean? Don't you remember me? Explosions? As she remembers, and said, you were him? Yeah, sorry about that. I'm trying to be better thanks to Izuku. Whenever I do something bad, he always scares me with his face. Didn't be me, just give me nightmares. He thinks that's enough to make me think about what I did. So, will you forgive me? She thought about it and said, I forgive you. And they all walked home together. And when they came to... And Bakugo saw how much Izuku blushed whenever he saw her, and Bakugo smiled a bit, saying, Izuku, you little demon. You little dancing demon. You got a girlfriend before... You got a girlfriend before me. Oh, that's so not fair. Then... And Haruka saw that too, and she was fangirling over this. Suddenly, so they couldn't notice her. And Ida said, are you two, like, friends or something? Yeah, we've been friends since we were... when we got our quirks. I've been friends with Bakugo longer, though. Yeah. Yeah. Trust me, when his fourth birthday... when he came back a month after his 4th birthday, I was surprised when I saw him. Wait, why? Oh, he normally didn't look like this, actually. You mean he wasn't like a demon? A little dancing devil? As Araka heard this and said, dancing devil? Why do you call Izuku that? I kinda like to call myself a little dancing devil. Dancing devil. As Araka thought about it and thinks it's cute. And she asked if she could call him Dancing Devil too. He said it's fine. Then, but Anita said, let's focus on the question at hand and ask him why he looks like this now. What he looked like before. Well, he had dark green hair and dark emerald eyes and an actual normal skin tone without any demon horns or demon tail. But I think when his quirk activated, it changed him a little bit. Wait, no, not a little bit, a lot. Yeah, it did. And they came to, and when got onto a road where they got to the train station, they say goodbye to each other, except, and Bakugo and Deku got on the same train, as the others went to their own homes. When Deku and Bakugo were alone, Bakugo said, you like that Momo girl, don't you? Izuku turned his... Basically, his brush is more black instead of red. And Bakugo knows this already, so... and no one knows about it. And Izuku said, I kinda do. Cool. As Bakugo said, cool. I wonder what you and Creation Girl will do. Don't know. But if something bad happens to her, I won't forgive anyone who did something bad to her. And if you want revenge for her, I'll be happy to help you get revenge for her. Izuku said, Thanks you. Thank you, old friend. Welcome. You're welcome, friend. Then they went to their separate ways, going to their own homes. When Izuku got home, Inko said, "How was your day at school?" "Pretty good. Everything was fun." She's happy about that. And then the day of hero versus villains. When basically All Might came in like his normal thing, like, "I'm coming in here like a normal person," as Izuku yelled out, "Not really!" As everyone kind of laughed at that. And as All Might saw him, he was thinking about giving all for one. Sorry about that. One for all to Izuku. And everybody laughed at that little joke. Same with All Might, thinking that was actually kind of funny. And everyone was also excited that All Might was going to be their teacher, seeing that he was using his Silver Age costume, and thinks that it's kind of retro in a way. And as All Might told them what they're gonna do, Bakugo was thought, "Fight training, nice." And he kind of hoped he wouldn't go against go against, well, Deku. As they got there, everyone got their costumes ready. As All Might pressed the buttons to show them their costumes, Izuku's kind of has more. Basically, he just has a tuxedo on with the same mask, but with sharp teeth, with holes. Everyone thought that he kind of looks like a villain in a way, but he still looks pretty freaking awesome. Momo came up to him saying that, "You look amazing, Izuku." When Izuku saw her, he immediately starts blushing like hell. And Momo told him, "I wish my quirk could be used. I wish my quirk didn't have to be close, wouldn't have to be in the way of my quirk. I wish my quirk I can use my quirk through my clothes, so it doesn't have to be so revealing." Izuku said, "You look good, though." As Momo blushed, so did he when he realized what he said. And Bakugo and Araka stared at them saying, "Nice job." Thinking in their heads, "Nice job." As All Might told them that the costumes makes the heroes, and you all look like heroes. And they And as everybody asked them questions, with Ida saying, "How are we gonna determine the teams?" All Might answered by randomly drawing them. As they draw them, Bakugo was was praying to God not to give him something like that. Deku already knew he was praying to God because since he's a demon, he can feel stuff like that. And it kind of stinged him a bit. And the teams are for Bakugo and Ida as the villains, and Izuku and Momo as the heroes. And Bakugo said, "Oh no," as Deku smiled at this and came walking towards Bakugo as Bakugo was praying, got down on his knees saying, "Go easy on me." I mean, actually, scratch that. When he heard this, he said, "Can I give up already?" As people asked, "Why?" "You don't know what he can do. I've seen a lot of things. And you don't want to see him angry." But All Might told him no. And Bakugo is scared out of his life and get down on his knees praying to Deku not to take it easy on him. And Izuku said, "You know how you bully Momo that all those years ago?" Bakugo said, "Yes. Well, remember that thing I told you when we were on the train?" He said, "Yes. I meant it." "But I said sorry." "Yes, but you still have to be punished." Momo blushed at what he said when she heard him say that, and Bakugo said, "Fine, but please don't try and kill me." "Oh, don't worry, I won't. I'm just gonna knock you. I'm just gonna beat you till you're black and blue." As he cries, regretfully taking the bomb to the highest floor. And Momo and him start making a plan. Momo told him what her quirk does. And Izuku thought, me and her can make a great team because our quirks can basically make our weapons. Izuku told her what his quirk can do. Basically, he can basically make look a bit more like a demon, and and can control ink and pass through the walls by using ink, like transporting. She was surprised that he can do this, and they made up a plan to do it. Izuku told her that knowing Bakugo, he he if you think about it, they will put it on the highest floor, making it harder for everyone else to get up there. A little harder for everyone else to get there. As she nods, then All Might called out, "Time start." everyone, Izuku picked her up bridal style as she was rushing, saying, "What are you doing?" Telling her, "Hang on tight, because we're about to go high." As she said, "What?" as he sprouted out wings from his back, having the color scheme of black and white like always. Everyone said, "He has wings?" As he said, "Well, I mean, as most of the boys said, well, he did tell us that he basically looks like a demon and has the strength of a demon. So basically, I think he will have multiple limbs in him, like wings and tails and horns." And as they all nod at that, him and Momo went up to the top. While Bakugo went down slowly because he does not want to fight Izuku. As Izuku makes a part of the floor turn into ink, but still staying, the roof, ink still staying on and not dripping, he lowered Momo down slowly, telling her to I'll distract Bakugo and Ida. I'll make a loud bang to get Bakugo's attention while you get Bakugo's attention and Ida's attention, so you can sneak to the bomb. As she said, "Okay." So he lowered her down slowly, then changed the ceiling back into a solid state. Then he changes both of his hands into Beast Bendy's arms and slammed it right into the roof, making a loud crash as Bakugo unwillingly gone after that noise because his body still wants to fight, even though his mind is afraid, telling it, "No, stop! Go back! Go back!" Bakugo reached in time to see Izuku fighting Ida, and his body went towards him. He dodged out of the way, making Bakugo accidentally hit Ida. And Izuku creates a scythe. It's not gonna. Everyone was scared to thinking that Izuku was gonna kill them. Momo thought, no, he wouldn't do that. Right? Then he's moving around like he's dancing, making Momo blush because some of his dances kind of looked very, very hot to her. As she told herself, stop thinking about that. Don't stop thinking about that. Then he made black. Then he splashed a little bit of ink on them. Then it starts turning to chains and keeping them making them vulnerable. And Momo immediately touched the bomb. And Omai says, "Heroes win!" As Izuku let them go from his chains of ink, and all his ink starts coming back toward going back into his body. Everyone thought his body is actually made out of ink. Was actually ink. Man, Izuku, you scared me for a second, thinking I thought you were gonna kill me. Nah, I don't want to kill you. I just decided to make that type of move. Everything goes the same, and Izuku got MVP because he did amazing. Did an amazing job for his careful planning and his way of trapping. And everyone asked him, and as Bakugo asked him, since when did you... Since when can you start turning into puddles, though, of ink? Since I learned I can turn into an... Very recently, actually. Is... When everything goes similar, then as I told them... told them that they're gonna have to choose their class president. Everyone was raising their hand but Izuku. And Aizawa thought, he immediately gets everyone in line when he used that phrase, making them listen to him. True, it's scary for them, but they'll listen. So he decided to choose Deku. And he chose Momo too. Which they blushed because they're basically standing right next to each other. As Izuku said, "Well, I guess it's me and you to lead this class." As she blushed a lot. And then lunch. Ida asked, why didn't Izuku raise his hand? Well, I actually didn't want the job. Too much of a hassle. But you can make everybody listen to you by using your face. Yes, but that will scare everybody, making me look very bad. By fear. And that's not really what I want. True, but fear... The Momo said, true, but fear is natural. And fear makes people... Fear helps people get their senses up and make sure they'll survive. True. Then... And I didn't. And he just remembered about the reporters. And Hisuku just slammed his head into the table. As everybody said, what's wrong? I was an idiot. I I basically like when I'm in the face of cameras. Makes me act weird. Make me act like a clown or a cartoon. I'm pretty sure I gave them all a great show, though. I hope people liked what I did. Flashback. When the reporters were harassing students, asking them questions, when it came to Izuku, he started acting like a clown or a cartoon, doing tricks, making people laugh and enjoy what he's doing. Some reporters didn't like that, but some actually did. At least they were gonna get some views. Everyone did so, and things gone the same way in canon. Somehow the gate got broken down, and everyone was in a panic. When Izuku was pressed, when Momo and Izuku got pushed next to each other into the window, they both blushed because Izuku is basically on top of her. He thinking this is not the very a good way to act. Bakugo and Uraka saw this and said and thought, talk about a very, very amazing coincidence. When Izuku saw the reporters, he kind of got a little mad that they all, because they kind of are doing this to him. But he told Momo what's going on, and he couldn't access his wings. Then he thought about something. Momo, you need to make a squirt a water gun. As she asked, why? Just do it, please. As she did it, Izuku turned into ink and crawled through around her body, which made her blush very, very hard because basically he's touching around her body without him meaning to. And when he got to the hand where she was holding the water gun, he starts going into it, and she immediately knows. That's what you. Amazing idea is Izuku. Then she she's she pulled this trigger to the exit sign, and Izuku then shot Izuku straight to the exit sign. And once he spattered all over the exit sign, he reformed, saying and yelling out, "Everybody, listen up!" But they weren't listening, so he had to get darker. As his hair drooped down, looking more and more like ink, like an ink demon. With a demonic tone, he said, "Listen up." As everybody looked at him, thinking, is that a villain? He said, "You are heroes in training, and this is what how you're acting. Yes, it's scary, but you're heroes in training. Meaning, you should stay calm and not go running away, because that will make people lose hope. We are heroes in training. If we do something like this, it will make people lose hope for the next generation. So, are you gonna act like this the next time this ever happens again? They all all shook their heads no. Good. Sorry for being harsh, but you needed to listen. And this was. And everybody was actually surprised that he actually said sorry and thought and remember and thought about how they acted during the alarm. And he was right. And at least he said sorry. Everyone then everyone actually told Izuku that he is a really is I think they all told Izuku that he's gonna be a great hero someday. Because he took control like it was nothing. Not really. As he said, not really. They didn't listen for a while. And they all said, true. But your faith, your demonic face will help with a lot of things. Yeah. Then the day of the USJ. As I told them about the USJ, they all got onto the buses. Izuku telling them, making them go into a line, but got into their seats. Ida tried to tell them to go into an orderly fashion, but Izuku said into a alphabetical order. Izuku said they have free reign over what they do. It's just that people need a leader to lead them the right way, not to basically imprison them. Alright, Ida? And Ida thought about this, and he's right. A leader wasn't made to imprison the people he leads. He was meant to lead them and do something great. And he sat where he wants to sit. Izuku was sitting next to Momo, even though he's rushing a lot and he's getting more shy every day he sees her. But thanks to Bendy's personality, it kept going. It's doing good. As everyone was talking about their quirks, everyone asked, what his, and decided to ask what their hero names would be. Everyone told each other what their hero names were in canon, so that would be easier. Then it came to Izuku. Izuku said, my hero name is the Ink Demon Hero, Bendy. As everyone said, why Bendy? Well, what I didn't tell you is that my quirk, it kind of make me look like a old cartoon from the 19s. I believe around the 1980s. And everybody said, "Man, those are old. They're like 300 years old." As Izuku said, "Yeah, imagine how surprised I was to find an old project an old projector in my attic." Wait, you had an old projector in the attic? Yeah, somehow it was still working. Don't ask me how, because even now I still don't know. Izuku told everybody what's happened. Told everybody that he fell in love and with the cartoons, with the old cartoons, and his favorite character was Bendy. That's why he decided to name himself Bendy, because the little dancing demon for a hero. Everyone thought this was kind of cute, especially Momo. And when they arrived, Izuku felt this feeling that something's bad's gonna happen. He decided to tell Aizawa. Aizawa thought, maybe he has a sixth sense because he's basically a demon. Because what I learned is that demons basically sense the evilness from within your souls. So he decided to calm Izuku down and say that there's nothing bad that's gonna happen, but he decided to keep his guard up. And something did happen bad. Something bad did happen. The doors got blocked and a monster came out. And Shigaraki came out saying, "We're here to kill the symbol of peace, All Might." Izuku was not happy about that. Because this guy said he was gonna try and kill his idol. But when when he thought about it, that means they might have a secret weapon on their side. That's not good. When Kirishima said, "I thought this was rescue train, not this time. Are we doing another hero versus villains or something like that?" Aizawa said, "No, these are actual real villains." As Kirigiri popped out of nowhere and told everyone that we are the League of Villains. And and asked, "Where is All Might? He was supposed to be here." Maybe I changed plans. As he teleported everybody basically around the USJ like in Cannon, as when Izuku was falling down to the water, he saw the villains, and he immediately knew what to do. Momo was with him and Suyu. Izuku decided to change into a puddle of ink, falling into the water. Then he expanded faster, and when Momo and Suyu was dropping down, he immediately got two giant hands to catch them. And they were surprised to see that the whole pool, even the waterfall, was made out of ink and has the villains in its clutches and turn into chains and set them down near the shore. And the whole pool starts turning into a tornado and collapse on itself, turning into Izuku. And he got a little taller. Almost noticed, and his hair kind of grown a little bit down to the back of his neck, the lower back of his neck. She was kind of, when she saw this, she was blushing like hell because he looks hot. Suyu asked, "What just happened?" Maybe it's a effect for when I absorb ink. Way too much ink. Wow. That's awesome. Yeah, right? Then they climbed out of climb out of it. Excuse me. Shigaraki saw this and was mad. When he told them Nomu to kill them. And the Nomu pierced Momo in the stomach. Izuku was pissed when he saw this. And he turned into a demon. An actual demon. Looking like Beast. Bendy, but more bigger and actually having more of a with a tail and looking more like he's going on all fours and eat and chopped the Nomu in half and eating him. Then he went on a rampage, beating everyone to the ground because he was so pissed. When All Might came in, he saw a big black thing looking like a demon, hurting everyone, all the villains. And he saw Momo. He ran up to her, up to Suyu and Momo, saying, "What happened? That thing. There was this thing. It killed thing called a Nomu. It stabbed Momo, and when Deku saw this, he was mad. He killed the thing, turning into that." He, as All Might heard this, he learned that he thinks he someone he cares about is dying, and he doesn't like that. If he keeps going like this, he will kill someone he loves. So, All Might decided to try knock Izuku, try and find a way to knock Izuku out. He did by punching Izuku straight in the face. And he immediately reverted back to his normal self. Well, basically, those him being looking more handsome and having a tall body. A taller body. Kirigiri and Shigaraki immediately retreated as all the villains were captured and arrested. Izuku was passed out for a few hours, then he woke up. And he immediately remembers what happened and said, "Where's Momo?" As he saw he was in the hospital and went to find Momo. As he saw her and her family, he saw Momo dead. He was crying a lot of ink. A lot of ink. So, she's dead? Her parents told him yes. And who are you? I'm Izuku Midoriya. Remember that kid who saved your daughter? Oh, it's you. Thank you for helping our daughter. You're welcome. Actually, I kinda had a crush on her. Can't believe she's gonna die. I can't believe she's gonna die. Then, he just remembered. I think I know how to save her. Wait, really? Yeah, but I have to ask you. Are you... She's gonna be different. She will look a lot different, and she'll have a very different somewhat of a similar personality, but with different traits in it. So, are you willing to still have her? So, are you willing to lose some of your daughter to help her? As they said, what kind of question is that? Yes, we would. Then Izuku said, just let me just get something from my backpack. As he grabbed the blueprints of the ink machine, telling them, this is the ink machine. I actually died once. As they both said, what? Yeah. This thing revives anyone. I wasn't like this before. I died at the age of 4. It changed me into this. And it changed me into my favorite cartoon character, Bendy. So this might safer, but we need to go to America because that's where it is. And so everyone doesn't get so confused, I'm gonna let them know about my secret and tell them where we're going. Do you have a plane? Yes. Get that ready. As they called their tell everybody their pilot that they're going to America. Suku told the whole class what's gonna happen. To come to Momo's place. I'll text you the address. As he did, and everybody went to Momo's place. Well, and they all got to the airport to see the Yarozu's personal plane. Everyone asked what's going on. We're going to America. There's something I need to tell you guys. But we need to get on the plane right now. As they did, he told them everything on what happened. That this power is not really work. It's ability from dying. As Micah said, what? You didn't die in the USJ. Well, actually I died when I was 4 years old. The same day where I visit America. Remember how I said I found Bakugo? Remember how I said I went to America to find the same studio? Yeah? Well, basically, I went there and found it. But there was an accident. I died when we were starting a certain machine called the ink machine. Luckily, my dad grabbed the blueprints on what it does. It wasn't just made to make more ink. It was made it wasn't made to resurrect people and make cartoon characters come to life. Wait, what? And guess what? When I died, the ink machine already started my resurrection process and resurrected me as Bendy. They all were surprised. And we're gonna do that to Momo, hoping that it will actually work. As everyone got off the plane when they got to America, they immediately start driving to the studio. When they saw it, everything was so old. And Izuku told everybody to be careful. Pipes can fall on you. As they thought, so that's your death? Basically, yes. So, follow me. Izuku, they flashback. When Izuku and his family stopped the machine, they scattered the items, so it wouldn't be that hard to find. They scattered the items, so no one can use it again without trying to find it. he immediately found all of them because he knows that his parents are not that good at hiding. He put them right on the pedestals and start everything. Start and get everything ready. And he told the Yaruzus to wait at the machine. The ink machine. They went to the ink machine and deku saw a poster of Alice Angel. He went through Bendy's mind memories and saw that Alice kind of acted like Momo in a way. So he took the poster and went to the ink machine. He told them that they need a key item so that she could be resurrected. And he holds the poster up, saying, "This is gonna be the key item." They ask, why? She needs a cartoon body. A body to be used. If she doesn't, she'll come back as just a shapeless slug. So they put the poster in her hands and put her near the ink machine's muzzle. I mean, faucet thing. I don't remember what it's called. And he set a ink puddle there. Then he reached through the ink and pulled it. Pulled the lever. And the ink starts spreading all around the lower floor. Izuku picks Momo's body up and drops down to the lower floor. And he laid her in the ink. As the ink started to invade her mouth, she starts turning pale, with her hair growing longer, and having a pale, and her eyes turn more of a pitch black, with the iris still being white. And she starts getting wings, angel wings, and a halo, and demon horns. Then she snapped up, she awoken, saying, "What happened? You got killed by the Nomu, but I brought you back. Who am I? You're both Alice Angel and Momo Yaruzu." As he hugged her because in Bendy's memories, he had a crush on Angel, but now since Momo and Alice are now one, everything about him, he fully loves her. And hugged her, then kissed her. Everybody was surprised on what they saw and thought that he kissed her Bakugo was giving Izuku a thumbs up while Araka was screeching and fangirling. Momo's dad was kind of pissed. Momo's mother was happy for her. She was rushing like hell. Let's get you out of this ink. And that's gonna be the end of it. So, thank you for listening to me. I know this was a kind of a long video, so please stick with it. And if I was whispering more, sorry about that. So, if you like it, like and subscribe, and comment on what you thought about it. So, see you later. Goodbye.